December 25th has come and gone, but I'm going to continue being a wintertime rebel.
The wacky world of MultimediaJay.
December 25th has come and gone, but the Christmas tree is still up, and it is staying up. Now, normally I observe liturgical Christmas, so the whole 12 days of Christmas thing, so I wouldn't take down the tree until the beginning of January, maybe even notably after New Year's, depending on when Epiphany starts. However, I want to try something a little different this year. I want to be a raise your fist, fight the power, wintertime rebel. Now, from a more secular perspective, some people like to interpret Christmas as a way to put pretty colorful lights up in the middle of one of the darkest, dreariest, grayest, and definitely coldest parts of the year. So New England in the Northeast has been in an extended cold snap where it's been 20-something, 10-something, 20-something, overnight lows of 5 degrees, 0 degrees, below zero, even colder than what we usually get. I mean, we don't have block heaters around here. I run with full synthetic oil in the wintertime, but this nonsense has made me has left me wishing I had a block heater. It's that poor motor when I go to start it up. It starts, but I'm like, be featherfoot this thing. I drive like a little old lady because I don't want to stress the motor in these adverse conditions. Unlike all those people out there that want to redline all over the place and wonder why their cars break down. Right, so I'm going to be a wintertime rebel this year. I'm going to keep, because this is just a fraction of a watt USB pretty little thing, I want to take this whole lightening up a dark, dreary, cold time of the year thing as far as possible and fight the power. So I want to actually have the Christmas tree all throughout the rest of as long as it feels like winter. So maybe I'll keep this going until like March or something. Who cares? I want to fight the power. And speaking of being a wintertime rebel, look what's back. Actually, both of them. Oh no, folks, you didn't think I just did that remix of the Mana Potion Humidifier video just because of some comments on YouTube, I hope. These puppies are back in action, and they're like the twin stacks on a turbo diesel truck or something like that. Just with the extreme cold that's been going on, the humidity in this place has been dropping all the way down into the 20s. So I've got these suckers blasting away to keep us around the 50% humidity mark. For comparison, and it's been a real eye-opener bringing some hard numbers into the equation instead of those old analog thermometers and the old analog barometers. But basically, the entire rest of the year, except for winter, the humidity is actually fine to high in this place. Like 60%, 70%, or it's what the little house thingy on here would call high. This is the one time of the year when it's okay. So the other night, we went below zero, the humidity dropped down to 20-something%, the lowest I've ever seen it on that barometer so far. So I brought these things out, and they've muscled everything. I've also been taking showers with the bathroom door open, get some of that humidity out there. Tried that this morning, but it didn't really work very well. But these suckers are blasting away, putting some vapor into the air, even creating condensation on the windows where it hits the cold on the other side, and then, yeah, well, that kind of thing. But hey, it's keeping the humidity around the 50 mark. Not as high as it is during the rest of the year, but very good in terms of combating winter itch. Now, these Pure Guardians are out here doing their thing, but there is some minor differences between the two that I've purchased since I've been here, so let's turn them both off. So, number one, they look like mana potions from an RPG, and the first one that I got actually has 3 settings on it. So let me just turn, well, one of them, I think, yes, one of them, the light will turn on and off if the humidifier is not running. The other one will not. The other one will not, and I think this one has 1, 2, 3, off. This is the original one from the video from 2016. So 1, 2, 3. And this is the one from the actual video. This one that I bought later, the light will not work when it's not turned on. And it has 1, 2, off. So I don't know if there's a minor difference between the model numbers. Let me check that. Nada. They are both Pure Guardian H940s, just some minor differences in how they're made. So, I'm actually thinking of going out to Walmart and buying a third one because with all the humidity issues I'm having when it's this cold out, I think I do need a third one if I don't want to be trucking one of these back and forth to the bedroom every single day. Because in the bedroom, I can keep it on one of these on low mode and it'll keep the place around 50% humidity. But in the entire rest of the house, the humidity will not make it past the 40s if I don't have, or roughly 40%, if I don't have at least two of these things churning away, trying to keep the humidity up while everything's cold and dry outside. So, next question would be, we already kilowatted the original one. How similar is this one that only has 2 steps and whatnot, since we found some minor differences in manufacturing? Okay, lighting's changed and the kilowatt is hooked up, and I unplugged both of them for the test to keep everything a little more isolated, so to speak. So let's get this done nice and quickly before the humidity drops too much. We're at 46% right now. So nothing has changed since 2016 when we first experimented with this thing. It's roughly half a watt standby power. When you turn the light on, it goes up to around a watt. Whoop-de-doo. And then, running at full blast, we have low mode, brings it up to around the 10 watt mark, then to 12 watts, etc., etc. Medium mode, which brings it up a little further, closer to 20 watts. We're stopping around 17 from the looks of it. Whereas if we turn the light off, it draws 1 watt less. Ooh! And then full blast caps it out past the 20 watt mark. Now this is a cool mist humidifier, so there's no heating element, unlike those warm mist humidifiers that you can use for like heating up and spitting medicine into the air and stuff like that. But those things, because they're heating elements, will pass the 100 watt mark. Last one I had did anyways, and I was like, all I want to do is raise the humidity. Why should I have the equivalent of an incandescent light bulb in order to do so? So cool mist it is, and this thing caps out around just shy of 25 watts. Now let's check out the other model that's a little bit different than the original one from 2016 and see how things change. Okay, the second one with the slightly more restricted options apparently, it won't run the light when it's not turned on, still draws about a half a watt standby power. So we turn it on into low mode and we get up to the 11 watt mark. And barely anything comes out of it. Yoo-hoo! Looks like the light adds a watt to it because we go from 11 something to 12 something, right? Yeah, pretty much. It's the same materials, it just works differently for some strange reason. So sitting at 12 watts, and is anything even coming out of this? I can feel something, but I just can't see it. It's not billowing it like it would on high mode. There we go. Now I can see something. And now it jumped all the way up to 21 watts. So it looks like the low-high mode, and it won't keep the light on if the thing's not doing something, but it'll turn it back on automatically. So the one with 3 options makes it all the way up to 25-ish, almost 25-ish. This one caps out closer to 20. So I think this one is probably the better one for the bedroom that requires less mist. And I gotta see if I can roll the dice and get another one similar to this one to double up on the capacity out here and spit out more humidity where it's needed more. But anyways, we can plug these both back in and get the twin stacks billowing again now. Roar! The twin stacks are back in action. Maybe I should stop calling them that. I mean, this is vapor, not like diesel smoke or anything. I've just seen so many trucks with the twin stacks. Guy starts up, big puff of smoke comes out, and they might coal roll at them or something like that. I don't know. But anyways, yeah, these things are back in action. I guess the real question I have is, if I went and bought a third one of these, which one would I get? Would I get the one with only 2 speeds, the one with 2 settings, the one with 3? Interestingly enough, only the original one with 3 can operate with light only. However, it doesn't turn the light back on automatically if you turn it off and back on again. Either way though, unlike this other one. So yeah, some minor manufacturing differences even though it's the same product, but what the heck, they both look like mana potions from RPGs. Something else that I could do as well is maybe blast one of these in the bedroom? Nah, it wouldn't work. I learned that experiment. Humidity in the bedroom doesn't make it all the way out to the living room and whatnot, and we don't want things to get all dry and itchy out here, so 46%! Didn't lose too much, but you can see based on the 24-hour highs and lows, that this capped out. This was up to 53% earlier before I started messing with all of this, and then 36% is the lowest it's been. I don't know, the 24-hour timer must switch mid-morning or something, but the other night it got down to 20-something. Basically, I want to keep it around 50%. High 50s is when it transitions over to high humidity, and that's more in line with where it is the rest of the year. I don't think I need to go up that high, but darn it, twin mana potions, double stack humidity something, no, humidifiers, and a Christmas tree. Yeah, I am totally a wintertime rebel.
On the website thermistore.com, they say, every homeowner should own a hygrometer that measures temperature and relative humidity. The ideal relative humidity for health and comfort is about 40 to 50%. In the winter months, it may have to be lower than 40% RH to avoid condensation on the windows.
Oops! Because I'm in the high 40s and I am seeing condensation on either the windows or the window kits. Okay, so it looks like the laws of physics have owned my sorry you-know-what, and the one with only 2 modes that caps out at a lower whatever is going to have to go back to the bedroom and stay there, and we'll see what this monster can do all by itself out in the living room.
Epic fail.
One Mana Potion Humidifier to rule them all. Come on, Bessie! And just like that, it's the next day. New Year's Eve. Must finish the video! So yeah, the Mana Potion Humidifier, the original one with the 3 settings, has been an absolute beast. I mean, all that humidity and whatnot, and it has, all by itself, kept the place in the mid-40s, whereas the other one struggled to go too far past 40%. I don't know when this extended cold snap is going to end, but in the meantime, I am going to keep the Christmas tree going, lighten up this dark, cold, dreary part of the year, and fight the power as a wintertime rebel. Till next time, this is MultimediaJay, signing off. Thanks for stopping by.